Hi guys, that's me, Robbie, and today is a big day for all of us, for me, and for my blog readers and my YouTube subscribers, because today the English Harmony Systems update, which I called Deluxe Edition, from today it's available to the general public. All my existing customers have already received the update, which consists of 30 new speech exercising lessons and an updated version of the ebook, and a new study plan because of the increased amount of lessons in the system. The total amount of lessons is actually 100 now. Previously it was 60 speech exercising lessons plus 10 meditation lessons, and now after the addition of the 30 new speech exercising lessons, the total amount is brought up to a staggering 100 lessons, and it's a lot, my friends. Believe me, because according to the study plan, which of course is created by me, there are 3 study plans available: accelerated, normal, and super accelerated study plan. The normal study plan will take you 6 months to go through all the lessons, so as you can see, the package is really comprehensive and is going to make a big difference to your ability to speak fluent English. And in this video I want to address a couple of questions that one particular blog reader of mine asked me recently on this particular blog post, which announces the release of the updated version of the English Harmony System. And here's the comment. I'm not going to read it out loud, but basically he's saying that his life story goes basically along the same lines as mine. He's been spending years in academic setting, learning the English language based on the traditional methods, which involve a lot of grammar studies, vocabulary, list building, and so on and so forth. Just to discover that they're not efficient and effective methods in order to improve our overall fluency, And he says that he really regrets wasting so much time, and it's a real pity, to which I agree. I concur, which is a sophisticated language. And further in his comment he says, what I think about getting rid of the habit of using very sophisticated language and focusing on phrasal verbs and idioms and less formal language, informal language, to be more specific, right? And that's exactly how the whole system is created. That's how the whole blog is actually structured, If you check back my previous blog posts, last month, the month before, and the month before last month, which is September, when I actually started focusing on posting the English idiomatic expressions on a daily basis on my blog, you'll realize that that's a big part of the English Harmony philosophy. You have to focus on naturally occurring speech patterns. That's how I like to call them. Actually, that's my invention, I think. I coined the phrase naturally occurring speech pattern. It's just another word, it's just a fancy word, a more technical term for a word combination, basically. Our language doesn't consist of individual words, it's all about word combinations, and idioms and phrasal verbs form a big part of the whole pool of English word combinations, And the English Harmony System, the speech exercising lessons, are designed to imprint a lot of different naturally occurring speech patterns into our mind by way of spaced repetition. And now I'm going to switch over to the screen, and I'm going to show you exactly how the system works, right? This is the latest module. Hold on a second, I have to record it, sorry. I didn't press the record button. Even I make mistakes every now and then. Okay guys, here we go, right? This is the latest module, the latest addition to the system, module 4, Fluency Booster. And here's a list of the 30 new speech exercising lessons. We'll just pick any of them. Party, small talk, right? Small talk plays big role in our daily English conversations, especially in English-speaking countries when we communicate with native speakers, right? So there you go, party, small talk. We'll just click on the play
Lesson
button.
10, Party Small Talk.
There you go. The
Section 1,
character is
repetition.
announcing.
Are you related to the host?
Let's pause the playback, right? So this is how the lessons are structured. We have lessons, so say for instance this is lesson 10, party small talk, and then each lesson, let's bring out the menu section here, you can see that there are 3 different sections. Section 1 repetition, and then the corresponding dialogue, and then the section 2 repetition and dialogue, and section 3 repetition. So basically each repetition part contains 5 phrases, 5 sentences. In some situations they're idioms, on certain occasions they're just sentences, just popular sentences, you know. So it's not so clear-cut, they're not necessarily idioms on all occasions, but the fact is that all these sentences that are used in the system have been carefully hand-picked by a native speaker. He's a good friend of mine, and he's been creating content for the English Harmony system for years now, you know, so he's very comfortable with the concept of a naturally occurring speech pattern, so he has done his job very well. You can take my word for it. So basically, I'll show you exactly how it works. 1 second. So,
Section 1, repetition. Are you related to the host?
and now, when you hear the phrase, are you related to the host? And when the mouth icon pops up, you're supposed to repeat the phrase. So basically the character speaks the phrase and now you repeat it. Are you related to the host? Now when you repeated it, you click on the mouth icon.
Are you related to the host?
That was the second repetition, so now you have to repeat the phrase for the second time. Are you related to the host? And now,
are you related to the host?
the third repetition. Are you related to the host? You know, so basically each phrase, and then when you click on the mouth button, it brings you to the next phrase.
Can I get anyone a drink?
Can I get anyone a drink? So basically you have 15 phrases in each lesson, and basically each section consisting of the 5 phrases which are repeated 3 times each, makes you to repeat each phrase 3 times over the course of the whole lesson. So 15 by 3, that's 45 repetitions. But that's only the repetition part. When you do the dialogue after each repetition, you are required to use those newly acquired phrases in the dialogue. So
Section 1, dialogue. Ask me if the person holding the party is my relation.
So now you have to use the phrase that you acquired in the repetition part. And the phrase was, are you related to the host?
Are you related to the host?
Bang on.
He's my cousin.
It was the proper phrase to use, you know. And basically all the speech exercising lessons follow the same pattern. And now I'm going to switch back. So basically you're going to repeat every phrase 3 times in the repetition part, then followed by the dialogue, and then there's another final dialogue. And each lesson is to be done twice, one evening and then the following morning. And then according to the study plan, you'll do it after completing the rest of the modules, and then you'll go through all the modules again once more. So each lesson is to be done 4 times. And the total number of phrases is 1350 if I'm not mistaken, but it's not so important, because what the whole system does, and this is very important guys, bear this in mind please, it's not so much about the exact phraseology, you know, it's not as if you're going to memorize the exact phrases and then being able to just spit them out of your mouth like a robot, you know. It's more about imprinting speech patterns into your mind, which means that you will stop analyzing your speech. I call it the writing mode, you know. Basically, you're so used to creating sentences on a piece of paper by a way of writing or filling in gaps in textbooks or whatever, you know, that your mind works in this writing mode. So to make the switch, make the transition to switch it from the writing mode into a normal speech mode, you do all these dialogues and phraseology repetition drills and all these speech exercising lessons, and over time, gradually, you'll just stop analyzing your speech, and then when you speak, of course you are required, you should do a lot of spoken practice, either by yourself or with other people on top of the English Harmony System lessons, right? So when you practice your English after, you will feel that those phrases, part phrases, they will just creep into your speech by themselves. And the key factor, right, the key aspect is not to force yourself, So basically, you'll do these lessons, you will drill the phrases into your mind, but not the whole point of that is not so much about being able to produce the same phrases, which is the case on many occasions, especially when we talk about idioms and idiomatic expressions. Many idioms are to be used in only the exact same way. You can't change wording, but on many occasions, those sentences provide like a basic structure, like a blueprint for your speech. And then you'll be able to automatically adjust the phrase, swap words around, replace different nouns with other nouns depending on the situation, and actually all the systems, lessons and topics on many occasions, it's just to structure the whole thing, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that the lesson called English gym small talk contains only the phrases you'll be using in a gym environment, You can modify those phrases, you can use them in many different situations and many different occasions, It's just that there are certain amount of phrases which are gym specific, but then many of them are very general, So basically all the topics are provided just to put some structure onto the whole pool of phraseology, But don't get me wrong, if you are finding yourselves a lot in those particular occasions, then yes, those phrases will come in very handy, you know what I mean? But basically what I'm trying to say is that no matter how you look at it, the system basically structures your existing knowledge, which consists of individual words, and then it kind of imprints different speech patterns. Naturally occurring speech patterns provides a blueprint for your future conversations that you're going to be having with real people in real life, So I'm sorry if I elaborated on the whole thing way too much, but I'm just trying to be helpful, and I just want you to see what exactly the product consists of. So basically, that's about it, my friend. I hope that you have a very clear picture now of how the system works, and you understand that, yes, phrasal verbs and idioms and idiomatic expressions form a big part of the whole English Harmony project of my blog, and that's what I'm constantly talking about, and I'm advising and I'm begging my fellow foreign English speakers on this blog and in my videos to start learning English contextually by way of speech patterns, idiomatic expressions. Don't try to use individual words. Don't go for a very sophisticated language, All what you said in your comment is dead right. You're dead right. You're spot on. And all these are typical examples. You're dead right. You're spot on. It's informal language. It's everyday language. It's like small talk language. And that's exactly how you become fluent English speaker, And that's exactly how the English Harmony system is created and structured. And the last point I'm going to touch upon is the ebook, and unfortunately I cannot make any parts of the ebook available for free because that'd be unprofessional. That would devalue the product itself, because that ebook is an integral part of the product. But what I can suggest you to do is you can get these two great ebooks for free. One of them is called Practical English Grammar, and the other one is called The Truth About Traditional English Studies. And if you read those ebooks, you'll definitely get the general idea of what I'm about, what the whole project is about, and what you can expect to read in the ebook Insider's Secret, which is part of the English Harmony system. But anyway, the speech exercising lessons is what the product is really about. The ebook only provides the theoretical knowledge, importance of which is not to be downplayed. But anyway, what you're going to be doing 99% of the time is you're going to be engaged into the speech drills. You'll be training your mouth to do the speaking, and that's how overall fluency improvement begins, by speaking, by actually opening your mouth and speaking, imprinting those speech patterns into your mind, so that a few months down the line you can start speaking fluently, more confidently. And of course that's what the second module, Confidence Mentor, is all about, how to deal with your mental issues, all related to the English fluency problems, and so on and so forth, But anyway, I hope this is helpful for you, my friends, and see you soon in another video episode. Bye-bye!